Hi, I'm Rachel from Family Mediation and Mentoring. I'm just doing a short video to explain what happens at the end of the mediation process. If I talk first about divorce cases where we're working with couples, a lot of people understandably want to ensure that any proposals that they're discussing with us get put into a court order, and that's our job. Our job is to be independent and impartial and help couples navigate all of the issues that need to be considered and have to be included within the court documentation. We know what those court documents need to contain, so in our meetings we'll be guiding both of you through the issues that need to be carefully talked about and proposals agreed. So what happens when we've got those proposals? So we'll have spoken about where are you both going to live, any other assets that need to be shared, pensions for examples, any businesses, any valuations that we've considered. There'll be a whole plethora of issues that we will have discussed with both of you. Ultimately, we should get to a point then where you've got some proposals. So what happens then is we will write up those proposals and both parties will have the opportunity to go and get some independent legal advice from lawyers if they would like to. Then what happens is there are some court papers that need to be prepared. If it's a divorce, they will consist of something called a financial consent order, a D81, which sets out everybody's assets, income, where they're going to live, and the judge uses that to consider the terms of the consent order so that they make a decision that the consent order is fair in all of the circumstances. If there are pensions that are being shared, there will also be something called a pension annex. So those are the documents that will get prepared after mediation, and once they've been prepared and signed, they'll be binding. And they are then sent to the court on a portal. Nobody has to go to court, and they wait in a queue, and at some point, hopefully not too long, maybe 3 to 4 weeks on average, they'll be approved by a judge. If there's any queries, the judge might send an email saying, can you explain something a bit more about what's happening with certain assets? And replies can be sent to that. But ultimately, a judge will approve the order. It'll be a final order. It'll be binding. And that's how the mediation process in a divorce setting gets concluded. There are other circumstances where we work with couples. We might be talking about parenting plans or other issues because we deal with all sorts of different types of family disputes, and we would talk to the couple that we're working with about whether court orders are required, and if not, what else you might have at the end of the mediation process. Sometimes, for example, it might just be a written up parenting plan. So there are different ways mediation gets concluded if you are going to court and you want a court order, but ultimately the idea of mediation is to help everybody reach an amicable resolution to whatever the dispute is that you come to us to help you with. If you've got any queries about how we might be able to help you, please do email us at hello@familymmm.co.uk.